Yo, what's poppin'? Back like we never left B.D.A, and today guys, we're gonna be discussing One Piece chapter 874. What actually happens. The chapter was late, but hey, we got it, right? Surprisingly, the chapter continued exactly where it left off, with Big Mom chasing the Straw Hats and King Bomb running away. Obviously, you know the chapter would focus on King Bomb because that's the title of this chapter, King Bomb, so it'll be centered around him. Big Mom is still going crazy, but somehow she manages to attack King Bomb. She slices off half of him using Elbaf's spear. This is a devastating attack because it missed King Bomb and it went across the ocean and caused a huge wave. It was an amazing attack, powerful, and you expect that from a Yonko. The Straw Hats are super lucky they didn't get hit by this because looking at the sheer power of it, I don't think any of the Straw Hats even combined are stopping this attack. I mean, we saw this attack, it was used before by Dory and Brogy. That happened before, so Big Mom using it was a cool reference that this spear or this sword is from Elbaf. So this is cool. When I first saw it, I had speculations whereas Big Mom, could this mean that she is actually half giant? She is huge, but we saw her parents, quote unquote, her parents. I still don't believe those are her real parents, but they said that those are her parents. But regardless, I think this could be a hint that Big Mom is actually a giant. Don't kill me guys, I know the story said otherwise, but I'm just throwing it out there. We had a bunch of funny moments in this chapter, but finding out that King Bomb actually had a fiance, that was cool. We all wondered who this lady was in front of King Bomb and what was about to go down at that point because, hey man, it looked weird. Now, as much as I would like to talk about King Bomb for the rest of the chapter, we have to get to the Zeus and Nami stuff. Nami manages to use her black balls, alright? And okay, that sounded weird. Nami used her black ball attack, and by doing this, she lured Zeus away from Big Mom. And Zeus, that's Big Mom's soul, essentially. That's her main homie, one of her main homies, and Zeus was lured away. And Nami's quote was, "Thunder likes thunder." I didn't like that at all, because it was just like, it felt cheap to me how Nami was able to do this, but it makes sense in a way. In a weird way, it makes sense that Nami's able to control Zeus. Kinda? Regardless, Nami lured away Zeus, and Big Mom basically just fell on her face. You saw a Yonko on their face because of Nami. Wait, what? Now after Big Mom falls, the trees open up because King Bomb, now under Nami's control, he opens up a straight shot to the coast to the Sunny. After seeing this, I thought they were going to get away. I thought they were home free and nothing was going to get in their way. Surprisingly, they even had a conversation with Zeus, and Jinbei said this is a cloud made from Mama's soul, and Zeus replied saying, "I'm Zeus." This was weird to me because even if Nami's luring him with the clouds, thunder likes thunder, I expected Zeus to remain loyal to Big Mom because she's been with her for so long. We saw them when she was a teenager. The explanation for this though, and this was mentioned by my boy Steve-O in the stream, but that more than likely with Big Mom, the homie's a reflection of her personality and she likes food and she does whatever it takes for food. Is it far-fetched that the homies are the exact same way where Zeus was willing to risk it all for those thunder clouds or those black balls? This makes the most sense to me. Other than that, I don't think Zeus, who has been with Big Mom for this long, should be betraying Big Mom. Technically, he is Big Mom. His soul is Big Mom, so him being insatiable is not out of the realm of possibility. Again, it had funny moments in the chapter with Nami asking Zeus to become her servant, and Sanji of course steps up to the plate, and Jimbo, he tells him off the bat, "Yo, she's not talking to you, dude." A bunch of weird quotes, man, because Nami says, "If you do, I'll let you eat black balls every day." Yeah, just let that sink in for a little bit. I'm not sure what Oda's trying to go for here. First they're called homies, now he's letting people eat black balls. Oda, what are you doing here, man? So Nami showering Zeus with compliments, saying that he can become a big cloud that can cover the sky. I mean, he even said no one's ever complimented me like that. So Zeus may play a big role in the future where Nami's gonna be able to control him because Zeus said Mama's really mad, but he's still with the Straw Hats at this point. So before we touch on the Prometheus thing, I wanted to point out that Nami also has heat balls. So with heat balls, is she also gonna try to entice Prometheus? Because if Zeus is going for the thunder balls, why would Prometheus not go for the heat balls? It's been used once, so why wouldn't Nami try it again? I mean, it just makes sense here. So keep in mind that Nami, she has heat balls, so she's probably gonna try the same thing again with Prometheus. Anyway, Prometheus shows up and he's ready to take out King Bomb. He's mad because King Bomb, he betrayed Big Mom. And at this point, Prometheus, he isn't under the influence like Zeus is, okay? So he's still in his right mind and he just, out of nowhere, he just burned King Bomb. Saying burn today kind of has a different meaning. He eviscerated King Bomb. He torched him. He killed him. We then go to the capital sweet city where we see Brûlé, Daifuku, and Perospero, and Brûlé is reporting to Mondor, letting him know that the 10,000 soldiers are ready and waiting to be deployed. More and more Mondor is impressive because everyone seems to be reporting to him and he's just kind of the strategist in all of this and he's telling everybody where to go. So that's cool to see Mondor in this light even after he fell on his face when Streusen cut that cake. But at this point, the Big Mom pirates, they are ready for the Straw Hats and anything that comes towards them. They're telling the ships underwater to be prepared. They're telling everyone to be prepared for the southwest western coast because we're not going to let the Straw Hats set off in no way. I thought this was taking appropriate measures to make sure that the Straw Hats don't get away, but then when you go to the next page, it said their chance of reaching here is already 0. But then Katakuri, he's just posted there saying, well, just in case. So he's on the Sunny right now, man. He's already on the Sunny and he's waiting for them. So if the Straw Hats know what's good for them, I don't know, man. They got Big Mom behind them and Katakuri's just waiting for them on their ship. So they're screwed, bro. We then go to Capone and what's going on with him. And of course, he's being chased as well. And we see Pudding. Pudding is on Rabian and she's letting him know, hey, man, I need your help. I need to speak with Chiffon. I thought Capone was going to unload on her, to be honest. Because Capone says, hey, man, you may be a little girl, but I will not show you any mercy. And she said, man, I need to speak to Chiffon. So you know that moment where someone comes to you only when they want something? So you're like, did you come here for that? Because I'm not doing that. That's basically what Chiffon said to her. She said, hey, I don't care about Big Mom anymore. I'm just like Lola. I'm getting out of here while I still can. And like I said in my last video, that Pudding did not care about Big Mom and them anymore. She was just lying. She's put on the front so that she could get this opportunity to go see those guys. Rabian must be pretty fast though, because Capone took off on his cannon and he was not looking back, or his tank rather. But Pudding, he says, we have to do something because his friends and him are going to be killed. And again, when you think about it, Big Mom is behind them, Katakuri is in front of them. So the first commander is in front of them and Big Mom, the Yonko, is behind them. What? And Big Mom, the Yonko, is behind them. So where does this leave them? Where do they go from here? And this is what Pudding is saying, because she knows the situation is dire, so she needs their help. Overall, I understand the problems with Nami controlling the homie Zeus because that's directly Big Mom's soul. And everyone has felt that this arc too many times, things just felt so convenient. I didn't necessarily feel like that was one of those times because at first my initial reaction was that this is crazy, this is ridiculous, you know, but after rereading a bunch of times, I realized that this is Nami's power. She did not directly control Zeus, she just directed him. This is a feat on Nami's part because this is Nami using her sparks and knowing that Big Mom, being a greedy, gluttonous person that she is, more than likely your homies are going to be the same way. So Nami, props to you. But guys, let me know what you thought. You think this chapter was trash? Because a lot of people have been saying that. I don't think so. 6.5 for me right now because of everything that happened. Possibly a 7. Possibly a 7 may sneak it in there. But let me know what you think. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. That would be dope, guys. Catch you guys next time. Peace.